Welcome to day 41, episode 41, and today for Monday, thought I'd change it up a bit and do a little bit of a recap of the whole weekend. As you know, I did a pretty big road trip, and this is basically the start of the journey, leaving from Auckland to Taranaki, and it was actually awesome. This is just a random bakery that I found in the middle of nowhere, and it was just massive, and apparently they were like 3 weeks open, so it was pretty cool. But this trip was just epic. I did it on my own. I drove basically with one of these transfer cars that you can grab for free, and I drove it all the way back to Nelson. They paid the ferry and 1 tank of petrol, so it was kind of like cheap as. And I think it was really cool because I'm a very people's person, and I always like hanging around people, but especially since being in New Zealand, I've learnt to kind of enjoy spending time alone as well. So this was pretty cool. It was pretty peaceful. It was pretty I think there's words for it, how to say it, but no, it was awesome. This is my thing to do every now and then. Not always, but every now and then. And I really enjoyed it. This is Bessie, and what to say? If you're like me, if you're a big people's person as well, trust me, I encourage you to spend time alone as well, and get to know yourself a bit more. But anyway, this is probably halfway from Auckland to Taranaki, and surprisingly, it was about 4 to 5 hours from Auckland to Taranaki, and it went quick to be honest. And I was on a Suzuki Swift, and I was so shocked on how good the petrol goes in this car, because it didn't even go halfway through the tank, so I was very surprised with that. The scenes were mean. It reminded me of our Scenic Mondays, low-key, and when I go to Golden Bay, but it was beautiful. And this is on the way, I guess. What was I doing also? I went to watch a rugby game in Taranaki, and then the plan was after the rugby game go all the way to Wellington to catch the 8:30pm ferry. And funny story, well, not funny, well, I mean, funny if you find it funny, who knows. But this mountain, I thought, it's Mount Taranaki, and ever since I've been in New Zealand, I've always thought it's Mount Cook. Always thinking when I go on a flight to Auckland, thinking that it's Mount Cook, but no, it's Mount bloody Taranaki. And this is just a random spot that I found on the way in the middle of nowhere again, and I think it was like a private property, but mate, a black beach, first time I see black sand on a beach, so I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was really cool, to be honest. And because in Nelson we have no waves, I also had to stop. It was epic. And then you have a bit of a scene. I think in this road trip I've probably never gone past so many Māori villages, which was pretty cool. I can't remember all the names because I can't tell you all the names, but this is it, the road to Taranaki. The mountain was there for ages as well, which is pretty cool, with a bit of snow as per usual. And what else? What else? I guess just more and more views, to be honest, until I got to Taranaki. And the road was long, but it was really fun. What can I say? As you can hear, I'm still working on my storytelling, so be patient with me. But then this is the Macca's. This is in Taranaki now, or New Plymouth, how you say it. And low-key, this must be the Macca's in New Zealand with the best views in the country, I reckon, because look at that, just look at that. You can see the whole mountain, mate. But so that was pretty cool. And as I told you guys in the video before, I got recommended by the sister Eden to go to this Kent Road that she came across on TikTok, and it was definitely worth it, as you saw in the last video. This is on the way there. I didn't know exactly where I was going, but I guess I was just going to find a spot on the road that kind of made it look cool. And yeah, I did find it, and this is there. Look at that, eh? For a moment I was like, if I had time it wouldn't be a bad idea to go up. Oh, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to go up, eh? But no, we didn't. And yeah, there's another cow. As you know, I really enjoy cows for some reason. They just be different, you know. Oh, that's me, not the cow. And yeah, more views and more views. And this is me on the way to the game. And I think, because I didn't get much footage of the game, I'm pretty sure this is maybe already going, yeah, this is already on the way to Wellington. This is from Taranaki to Wellington now. And the drive did seem longer, and it wasn't as cool. I think from Auckland to Taranaki it was way cooler, especially going through the Māori villages like I told you guys. But it was still good, and yeah, slightly felt a bit longer. And this is Levin. And at the moment it's just basically more and more footage of the roadie. Nothing too exciting. But yeah, oh yeah, this car I really like. I got some pretty cool photos of this moment, eh? Put a cheeky filter that made it look like a bit like California, you could say. And this is Wellington. Random fella, thought he could play the drums, not really. But yeah, then grabbed some food and then had to check in for the ferry. From this point onwards, it was kind of like the fatigue was starting to kick in. I was starting to get quite tired, if I'm honest. And yeah, and this Blue Bridge ferry is not the flashiest ferry, and Tour Islander is better, but you know, the price was good, so did some editing. This is basically when I posted the other video, and yeah, this is just the process of me getting onto the ferry. The ferry was dead silent. I mean, Saturday 8:30 PM everybody's usually out and about, but I was here on this ferry, and yeah, this is when everything was kind of going downhill. On our way out was the last, I guess you could say, last stretch home from Picton to Nelson, and yeah, it was rough. It was really rough. Really tired. I kind of had to use the music to keep my energy up and I guess sing to it and whatnot, because yeah, or else I was falling. But I was basically in bed by 2 AM, which was good. And yeah, then the rest of the weekend was pretty much have a lunch with the whānau on Sunday, and then it was back into it. So I'll keep you posted.